Herzlich willkommen, Michael-Thon Ballpark zum Spiel 1.Bundesliga. Tübingen Haus gegen die Karlsruhe Cougars. Blade-Konferenz gerade beendet. Ich stelle noch kurz die Umpire vor. Underparter macht heute Frank Denz das erste Spiel und Simon Mohr im Feld. Ja, und dann kann es auch schon losgehen für die Karlsruhe Cougars mit der 16 Mia Makia am Schlag.
Testing 1 2, testing. Good. All right, herzlich willkommen. And here we got the Tübingen Hawks versus the Karlsruhe Cougars. In the circle for the Hawks here is Sina von Zeppelin. And leading off for the Cougars is number 16, Mia Macchiata, the center fielder. And she's going to slap this one foul down the third baseline. Sarah Von Zeppelin loses her glove, goes into the fence there. She pops back up. Seems to be all right. Takes the next pitch low and in the dirt. And a leadoff walk here for the Cougars. Brings up number 21, Mara Castro, the right fielder. And first pitch is low for ball one. Squares around, fouls the bunt off down the third base side. Alyssa Laurie, the catcher for the Hawks, is going to pick that one up foul. Runner will go back to first base. Squaring around, showing bunt again early. He's going to pull it back and take that one low and outside, but the runner on first will go, and she's going to slide in safely to second. Ball kicks away out in the right center field. Eula Helber is there to field it and hold the runner at second base. Swung on and missed for strike two there. This one's going to be low in the dirt and gets past the catcher, Lori. Mia will advance to third base on the pass ball or wild pitch. Scores decision there. Anyway, the Cougars have nobody out and a runner on third base here in the first inning. And the second walk. So 2 walks in a row here for Karlsruhe. Now, you're good. Now have runners on first and third.
Mit der 27 am Schlag Sturm.
First pitch shown bunt, and runner takes off from first, and now the Cougars have runners on second and third. Third batter here for the Cougars will be number 27, Natalie Sturm. Gonna take that pitch high. Sturm batting .233 on the season. Does have 3 doubles. Late strike called there by the home plate umpire. this one's going to be driven past the third baseman into the left field. Throw will go to third. Base hit by Strom. And the first runs for the Cougars here, now 1-0 with runners on first and third. Brings up the pitcher, number 4, Carmen Themeka. This one's bunted back to the pitcher. Cena's going to field it, throw it to first. Out is made at first base. Runner from third does come in and score the second run of the inning for the Cougars. So now with one out, brings up number 5, Yulo Walter, catcher. And she's going to take the first pitch for strike. Walter also has 3 doubles on the season here. Also leads the team in walks with 6. And swung on and missed for strike 2. And a 1-2-3 strikeout from Sina von Zeppelin with the Hawks to get the second out of the inning. Bring up number 22, Nika Lehnhardt, the left fielder. And first pitch, strike to Nika. And swung on and missed for strike 2. Runner in scoring position here for Nika Lehnhardt. And this pitch misses low in the dirt. Runner is going to advance from second to third. Lehnhardt does have a team leading 8 RBIs on the season. Has another runner on third for here, but with 2 outs. And swung on and missed. So Sina von Zeppelin for the Hawks gives up 2 in the first inning off of back-to-back walks for the 1 and 2 hitters, but then limits the damage to just that. Karlsruhe leads 2-0. All right, back here in the bottom of the first inning, leading off for the Hawks will be number 31, Eula Helber, the center fielder. Looks like we have some changes here early from the starting lineup. Karlsruhe does have a new pitcher. This is now number 2, I believe Sina Gunzel. On the starting lineup, they had Carmen Themeka starting, but have apparently made some changes here early. Called strike. Gunzel does have the most innings pitched for the Cougars at 45. The 9.2 ERA on the season. Also has their 2 wins as a pitcher. And this ball is lined in the right field, and that's going to go down as a single for Eula Helber. Leadoff single. Throw goes to first base from right field, but not in time. Brings up the shortstop, number 16, Anna Melina Muka. Muka hitting .306 for the Hawks this year. Helber's going to take off. Bunt attempt squared around, fouled off down the third base side. Helber does have 5 stolen bases on the season. Swung on and fouled back off the backstop again on the third base side. Just like that, count goes 0-2. This one's going to be chopped back to the pitcher. No play at second base. Throw will go to first base, so Helber will advance to second. Hawks get their first out of the inning. Bring up the catcher, number 29, Alyssa Laurie. Laurie leads the team in most offensive categories, including hitting .467. And she's going to take the first pitch high and outside. This one's going to get away from the catcher. That'll be a pass ball. Hits off the catcher's glove. Allows Eula Helber to advance up to third base. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Count goes to 2-1. And misses low and inside. 3-1. Karlsruhe taking a lot of time in between pitches here. And count goes full. Pitch is driven into the left field, straight at the left fielder. That's going to be a single for Laurie and an RBI. So just like that, Hawks put one back against the Karlsruhe 2, bringing the score to 2-1. And more importantly, have Laurie on base. Laurie has 16 stolen bases on the year, so we can expect her to probably be going early here in the count. 16-0 on stolen bases. And she's going to take off first pitch. Cena squares around the bunt, and Laurie will be safe in at second base. Make that 17 on the season. Cena did pull the bunt attempt back. That was probably just show, and the pitch was called a ball. Count will be 1-0. Cena also a dangerous hitter herself, hitting .368 on the season. Coming into today's game, both Laurie and Von Zeppelin had 14 hits. Now Cena would be one back, with Laurie having 15 after that hit in the left field. And now Cena lines one, and that's going to be a base hit out in the right center field. Tipped off the glove of the second baseman, but Laurie will round third and head home to score and tie the ball game off of an RBI single from Cena Von Zeppelin. We'll bring up the second baseman, number 3, Patry Uribe, Krimpels Uribe. Cena also has a pair of stolen bases on the season. Has not been thrown out yet either. First pitch taken low for ball 1. Second pitch taken for strike. Count goes to 1-1. Pitch misses high, ball 2, 2-1. And swung on, fouled just outside the base, down a third base line. Count will go to 2-2. Cena goes back to first base. Two out of the 3 hits this season for Uribe are doubles, so she is an extra base hit contender. And this one's going to be popped up in foul territory down the first base side, and that will be caught by the first baseman, number 5. Now with 2 outs, we'll bring up The Hawks' other import player, Abigail Swearigan, number 25, the left fielder. And takes the first pitch low and away. And we're going to have a quick switch here and have Uribe come back in and run for Sina Van Zeppelin at first base. Runner for the pitcher. There will be no change there made. And this one's going to be skied down the right field line, and that's going to land just foul. Swearigan came in as the Hawks pitching import, so we'll expect to see her pitching in game 2, but she can also swing the bat as well, so playing left field here in game 1. And this one's chopped towards the second baseman. She's going to field it and make the throw. Good stretch by the first baseman, and that'll get the third out of the inning, but not before the Hawks are able to put up 2 runs on the board and tie it. So after 1 inning, we are tied even at 2. All right, and leading off here, the top of the second inning for Karlsruhe will be number 6, Kayla Samak, the DP. Kayla is a solid hitter for the Cougars, hitting .313 on the season. And she's going to foul this one off down towards the first base dugout off the fence. Called a ball, just misses the zone a little bit low. And this one's going to be a soft ground ball towards the shortstop, fielded by Muka, and throw to first base will be in time. So the Hawks get the leadoff batter this inning with a 6-3 putout. Bring up the third baseman, number 12, Milena Thimeka. First pitch will be fouled off into the box off of her left leg. Strike one. Bounced in for ball one. And this one's gonna hit Thimeka, and she hit by a pitch will bring up the 9-hole hitter for the Cougars. Number 9, the first baseman, Fina Binder. Swung on and missed with the first pitch. And called for strike two. And a 1-2-3 strikeout for Sina to get the second out of the inning. At the same time, that will turn over the Karlsruhe lineup, heading back to the top of the order. Bringing up number 16, the center fielder, Mia Machaya. First pitch swung on and fouled back. Count goes to 1-1. Mia was one of the two walks to lead off the game for the Cougars. Both of those walks ended up scoring, giving the Cougars those two first runs. And this one's going to be swung on and fouled back again. Count goes to 1-2. And pitch misses just off the plate outside. Count evens at 2-2. And this one's going to be poked down the left field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Ball is stopped from going down the line, so runners will hold up at first and second base. Now here with two outs. Brings up number 2-hole hitter, number 21, Maya Castro. She's in right field today for the Cougars. Takes the first pitch low and outside. And this one's going to be poked again down the third base line. Think it was going to be a foul ball, but not before Sarah Von Zeppelin was able to jump up and make the catch for the third out of the inning. So the Hawks get out of the inning, leaving 2 runners on base, and the score stays tied at 2 heading into the bottom of the second inning. Back here in the bottom of the second inning, leading off for the Hawks will be Sarah Von Zeppelin, the third baseman who just made that third out there in the top of the second. Now leading off the bottom of the second. And first pitch swinging is skied directly at the right fielder. Didn't even have to take a step. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Bring up the first baseman, number 18, Sarah Kuchera. She'll take the first pitch high for ball 1. Misses outside. Count goes to 2-1. Gunzel on the pitching circle for the Cougars. She does have 6 games started and has thrown 5 complete games, so pretty good chance we see her the entire game here for game 1 of today's series. That's well over half of the innings pitched for Karlsruhe. And this pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. The 3-2 pitch is fly towards the second baseman, who fields it on one hop and underhand flips it to first base in time. Good play by number 4 for the Karlsruhe Cougars at second base. That is Carmen Dimeka at second base with that good play. She was listed on the score sheet as the starting pitcher here for game 1 and switched here with Gunzel right before the game started. That'll bring up Fiona Van Karp, number 95, who chops the first pitch to the pitcher. Throw is offline, but the first baseman is able to come off the bag and make the tag for the third out of the inning. So Hawks go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second inning. Score stays tied 2-2.
Und mit der 27 Sturmanschlag.
Leading off the top of the third here will be number 27. That is Natalie Sturm. She singled into left field her first at bat. Quickly down 2 strikes here in her second at bat. And this pitch is going to miss well high for ball 1. Called strike 3. Cena with her 4th strikeout of the game so far. Brings up number 4, Carmen Dimeka, as the second baseman. She had a nice play here in the last inning at second base. First at bat, she dropped down the bunt to sacrifice the runner over. No runners on here. In her second at bat, she'll be looking to swing away. She's batting .200 on the season, and this one's going to be fouled straight back. Does have 2 doubles and a triple on the year. And this one will miss low in the dirt. And pitch just misses for ball 4. So that walk will bring up number 5, the catcher, Yulo Valther. Valther struck out on her first at bat. T-Mecca on first base doesn't have any stolen bases on the year, so possibly not much of a stealing threat there. And first pitch is going to be squared around the bunt, but fouled off. Again, fouled straight back. So now with 2 strikes, we'll see if Karlsruhe tries to put a runner in motion here or not. Third base coach gives the swing away sign here now with 2 strikes. And it is swung away, but fouled off down the right field side. And this one's going to be chopped off of Cena at the pitcher circle, but directly to Uribe at second base, who makes the flip to Muka. I believe the out was called at second base, even though the runner is staying there for the time being. Now she's going to jog off the field. So nice team play there. Looked like it went off the left arm of Cena Van Zeppelin in the pitcher circle, but just went directly to Uribe. And that gets the second out of the inning for the Hawks. Brings up number 22, Nika Lienhart, the left fielder, and she's going to swing at the first pitch. Just misses for strike 1. Nika also struck out on her first at bat. And this one's going to be sky deep in the right center field. This ball is going to one-hop the fence, and 1 run will score. Nika will hold up at second base, and she's going to have herself an RBI double. High fly ball deep in the right center field. Helber didn't have the chance to catch it that one, but just like that, the Cougars take the lead at 3-2. Brings up number 6, Kayla Simak, the DP. She grounded out the shortstop in her first at bat. Swung on and missed for a strike there. Count goes to 2-1. Chop towards shortstop again. It's a slow roller. Muka comes in, firing to first base in time. Nice play from Muka at shortstop to get the third out of the inning. Not before Karlsruhe was able to put up one more. Score now is 3-2 for the Cougars, heading into the bottom of the third inning.
die Hawks startet Jule Helber und das dritte Inning.
All right, back into the bottom of the third inning here. Hawks turn the lineup over. Leading off here, number 31, Eula Helber. She singled in the right field her first at bat. Pitch misses low there for a ball. Close pitch there, misses for another ball. Now 3 balls and no strikes for Eula Helber here in the bottom of the third. Wisely takes that one, count goes 3-1. Eula does leave the team in walks with 9, and she won't get one here. She'll drive one up the middle, and that'll be her second single of the day. This one into center field. So she has led off 2 of the 3 innings so far today and has led them off both with base hits. Is a stealing threat at first base. She has 5 stolen bases on the year. That brings up the shortstop, number 16, Anna Melina Muka. She'll take the first pitch. Muka grounded out to the pitcher in her first at bat. Takes that pitch just outside. Luka is one of the top hitters for the Hawks, hitting .306 on the season. Has a pair of triples and a pair of doubles. And Eula Helber is going to make a little delayed still attempt this time. Didn't go off the pitch. Rather than hesitated, waited a few seconds, and then took off, and we'll have the delayed still in the second base. And Cougars defense will call time and have a little meeting on the mound. Cougars get their defense in order now and back at play here with Muka. Now the runner in scoring position. Taken for another strike. And this one's going to be driven deep into left field. That's going to clear the left fielder, and that ball's going to be out of here. That's going to be a 2-run shot for Anna Melina Muka off the batting cage out past left field. And she rounds the bases quickly and comes in. And just like that, the Hawks here in the bottom of the third take the lead 4-3. after that two-run shot from Muka, brings up the catcher, number 29, Alyssa Laurie. And she's going to take the first pitch, high swinging, fouled straight back. This is the most dangerous part of this Hawks lineup here with Muka, Laurie, and Von Zeppelin. All very strong, capable hitters, hitting over 300 or 400. And Laurie's going to drive this one hard in the center field, but directly at the center fielder. Well struck off the bat, but the Cougars will get their first out of the inning. Following the line out from Laurie brings up Sina Von Zeppelin. She singled and had an RBI in her first at bat out in the right field. Pitcher here for the Hawks. And she's going to swing at the first pitch, and she's going to drive one out in the center field, and she'll have her second hit of the day. Now with one out and a runner on first base, bring up the second baseman, number 3, Patricia Krempel-Zuribe. Takes the first pitch high. Sina does have a pair of stolen bases on the season. Not much of a stealing threat, but we'll see here in this situation if the Hawks choose to go for it or not to get another runner in scoring position. And again, Patricia Uribe pops it up here in the infield, this time to the third baseman, and the Cougars will get their second out of the inning. But Uribe will stay at first base and once again run for the pitcher, allowing Sina to come off and head to the dugout. Uribe also not much of a stealing threat, only one stolen base on the season. That'll bring up number 25, Abigail Swearigan, the left fielder. And Uribe does take off first pitch here to Swearigan and will slide in safely for her second stolen base of the season. So the Hawks do get the runner in scoring position here for Swearigan. Abigail grounded out to the second baseman. Her first at bat. Ended the first inning, and this one's going to be driven right directly at the shortstop, and the Cougars get through the inning, but not before a two-run home run from Anna-Malina Muka gives the Hawk their first lead of the day.
Und mit der 12 Melanie Thiemeke am Schlag für die Cougars.
top of the fourth. First pitch for Alina Timeka is going to be lined out in center. That's going to get by the center fielder, Eula Helber. And Timeka will have probably a double on that. Helber tried to make the attempt coming in. Would have been a tough catch, but the ball gets past her. We'll see. That'll be a score decision. It'll either be a single or a double, but needless to say, she is on second base here early in the top of the fourth inning with nobody out. Brings up number 9, Finya Binder. She's going to foul off her first pitch for strike 1. She's going to square around again. This time it's going to foul off to the third base side. So now with 2 strikes, we'll see if Binder chooses to keep bunting or not. She's going to get the sign here from the cue cards at the third base coach. Cougars use the number system, so third base coach throws down, looks like 2 numbers, and then the batter and runners have to check it on their wristband. And she is going to try to keep bunting, and it's going to be foul again. Looks like she thinks that she's going to stay, but that is the foul ball on a bunt attempt from with 2 strikes, so she is going to be out. But got some confusion here. Apparently, I believe she did have 2 strikes and fouled it off, so she should be out as a batter. There's the call finally. Not sure what the deal was with that. Anytime with 2 strikes, on a bunt attempt, it has to be fair or you will be called out. So runner will go back to second base, and now the Hawks have their first out of the inning. That will turn over the lineup, bring up the center fielder, number 16, Mia Makia. She has a walk and a single in the left field in her 2 plate appearances today. And this one's going to be swung on and fouled back out of play. And this one's going to be bunted straight back to the pitcher. She's going to come up fire and take the out at first base. Runner moves to third, but now the Hawks have 2 outs. So Cena came up, made a good play, didn't even consider going to third base, wisely just taking the out to get the second out at first base. So it'll go down as a sacrifice. But Hawks getting a big out here in the top of the 4th inning. Brings up number 21, the right fielder, Maya Castro. She's walked and lined out in her 2 plate appearances. And this one swung on and fouled straight back. And she's going to square around and bunt, and this one's going to be fouled off. So now she has 2 strikes. Karlsruhe trying to play the small ball this inning, here to get another run across and tie it up. And that's a high and outside pitch called strike 3. Haven't seen that called much today, but the umpire does make the call to end the inning. So the Cougars strand one on third base, and the score stays 4-3 for the Hawks.
Für die Hawks startet Sarah von Zeppelin in der Verlängerung.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning here for the Hawks is Sarah Von Zeppelin, and once again she swings at the first pitch, drove it hard but just directly at the second baseman. First at bat she drove it to the right fielder, this time directly to the second baseman, and the Hawks have their first out of the inning on one pitch, and that'll bring up number 18 correction, Sarah Kuchera, the first baseman. Sarah also grounded out at the second baseman in her first at-bat. And she takes the first pitch low for ball one. Second pitch is in there, evens the count at 1-1. Next pitch is skied into shallow center fielder. The center fielder, that is Mia Macchiata, comes in, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Brings up number 95, the right fielder, Fiona Van Kopp, for the Hawks. On the pitch here, the Karlsruhe pitcher seems to have lost her footing, and she went down hard. And I believe she is going to need a minute to recover from this one. We'll take a quick break.
Ich gehe hoch an die Straße, warte, ja? Ja, das ist aber schön. Jetzt raus.
All right, just a quick update here. We are going to have a little bit of break in the action. We're going to have the Krankenwagen ambulance come out here and check. It seems possibly the left shoulder of the pitcher for Karlsruhe has popped out, and so it'll be a little bit of a delay here in the game, but we will come back when the play resumes.
Pitcherin hat sich wohl die Schulter ausgekugelt. Krankenwagen ist unterwegs, aber auch das dauert in Tübingen ein bisschen, auch wenn die Klinik nicht so weit ist. So, nach dieser Spielunterbrechung kann es jetzt dann demnächst weitergehen. Teams machen sich nochmal warm. Aufgemacht jetzt mit der Nummer 7, Selina Witze. Und Fiona von Kappen Schlag weiterhin.
All right, and we are back here at play after that delay. We have now Leah Mueller pitching for the Cougars. Wish Selena Gunzel all the best. I believe she has popped her shoulder out and has been taken off the field. They are still checking her out just outside the left field line here at the ballpark. Hopefully she is okay there with that and will be good here in the very near future. But Leah Mueller now in pitching. Only has 4 innings pitched for the Cougars this year. And batting here for the Hawks is the 9-hole hitter, number 95, Fiona Van Koff, here in right field in game 1. She grounded out to the pitcher in her first at bat. And takes this. We have an illegal pitch here called by the home plate umpire. The ball and the glove did not come together here before the pitch. Illegal. after the illegal pitch. The count will still be 3-1. No runners on base to advance here with the illegal pitch. So play will continue as is, and that pitch will miss inside for ball 4. And Fiona Van Koff rounds first base and almost takes off to second base, catching the Karlsruhe defense was paying attention there and able to hold her still at first base after the walk. But that turns the lineup over, bringing up number 31, Eula Helbert, the center fielder. She is 2 for 2 on the day so far with 2 singles. And Van Koff will take off to second base and slide in safely on the first pitch. Pitch taken low and in the dirt. And high and outside. Fiona Van Koff out there at second base. Hadn't had any stolen bases this year, and this time she's going to take off for third and be thrown out. And that will be the third out of the inning. So she gets her first stolen base of the year, taking second base, and then follows it up on her first called stealing of the year, trying to take third base, and that will end the inning. So after a long delay here in the bottom of the 4th inning, the score will stay 4-3. Hawks will have the top of the lineup back in the 5th inning, but that will end the inning here in the 4th. And leading off the top of the 5th inning here for the Cougars will be number 27, Natalie Sturm, the shortstop. She singled in her first at bat out in the left field and then struck out in her second at bat. Still pitching for the Hawks will be Sina Van Zeppelin. That pitch is fouled straight back. Sina does lead the Hawks in innings pitched with 39.2 innings pitched coming into today's game. She has 6 games started and 6 complete games, so count on seeing her probably throwing the whole first game here. As that pitch misses high. For any Germany softball fans, probably recognize Sina. She's just coming off of playing with Team Germany here in Barcelona last weekend. She had eight innings pitched there and had a sub-2 ERA throwing for Team Germany, so did quite well representing the Hawks for Team Germany. And this one is skied foul out of play down the right field line. Into today's game, Sina also had 36 strikeouts pitched on the season. Nearly a strikeout per inning pitched. That Pitch will miss low and ball 4. Cena has 4 strikeouts already today, so you can round that up to an even 40 on the season so far. Just gave up also her 4th walk of the game today. Bring up number 4, Carmen T-Mecca. She is yet to have an at-bat today with a sacrifice and a walk. That pitch misses low in the dirt. This one is going to be fouled off in the box here for a strike. And fouled off again down the third base side. Sturm on first base, does have 1 stolen base on the season, hasn't got caught stealing, as this one is fouled out of play again down the third base side. Taken high for ball 4, so back-to-back walks here in the top of the 5th inning. Karlsruhe now has runners on first and second. Bringing up number 5, Eula Walter. If she is at first base. Lineup card early on in the game had her at, I believe, catching, but she was one of the many switches made at the very beginning of the game. Karlsruhe turning in a lineup with kind of different positions all around for making the changes in the first inning. This pitch misses low and in the dirt. That one for a strike. Walter has struck out and hit into a fielder's choice for the second baseman in her 2 at-bats here. We'll see if they opt to try to bunt these 2 runners over here. And nope, she's going to continue swinging, but takes that one just off the plate outside. Swings and fouls that one off towards the third base dugout. And swung on and missed. Ball is dropped, but that does not mean that she needs to throw it to first. And Lori wisely holds on to it after the runner takes off out the box on the drop. Third strike, but first base was occupied on the play. So Hawks get the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up number 22, Nika Lienhardt, the left fielder. Her last last at bat, I believe with 2 strikes. She was the one who launched the ball deep into right center field, and this one's going to be flown down the right field line and land about a meter foul just along the edge of the dirt and grass. She skied one deep right center field and one hopped the fence in her last at bat. And throw back to second base. No play there to be made, and just keeping the runners honest on the base path. And Nika lines this one into left center field. That's going to get down for extra bases as well. And she's going to round first, head in a second. 1 run will score. Second run will round third. Throw will go to third and get by Uribe, who is covering third base. And Nika will have 2 more RBIs on that, either double or possible triple. That'll be a scorer's decision. I believe it should go down as a triple. With the 2 RBIs, and that puts the Cougars back out ahead 5-4. That'll bring up number 6, Kayla Simisek. I apologize for her last name pronunciation here in the early innings of the game, but she will hit a fielder's choice to the third baseman. Throw goes home and run will score. Not in time on the throw from Muka at shortstop, and Simisek gets her first RBI of the day. Puts the Cougars ahead 6-4. Bringing up number 12, Elena Timaka, the third baseman, who also doubled in her last at bat out to center field. That was that line drive hit sharply at Eula Helber out there and just gets under her glove. And she's going to chop this one foul down the third baseline. Do have a few defensive changes that I just noticed. We got Uribe has moved over to third base. And that is a called strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Brings up number 9 in the 9 hole, Fenya Bender. She gave it 3 straight bunt attempts in her last at bat and then fouled off the last one to ended up getting the foul out bunt. Takes that pitch just inside. I believe she is catching here in game 1. Again, one of those position changes early in the game. Takes that pitch low for ball 2. I believe we have Jacqueline Kuster over at second base. She was the new entry coming in for Sina von Zeppelin. She goes to second base, and Uribe moved over to third base. That is the 2 defensive changes for the Hawks. Everything else appears to stay the same. And that pitch is swung on and missed, but dropped by Lori, the catcher, who picks it up, throws it to first base in time. Not before the Cougars are able to put a couple runs on the board and take the lead, now 6-4, moving on into the bottom of the 5th inning. All right, back here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Hogs have the top of the order, leading it off with Eula Helber, number 31, the center fielder. Already with 2 hits on the day. She's going to take the first pitch low. Is called strike 1 now. She has a base hit in the right field and a base hit in the center field. And her 2 at-bats so far. And she's going to take that one high for ball 1. That one might have even looked better than the first pitch, but count evens up 1-1. And this one's gonna roll in for a ball. Thought it might have hit her in the foot, but Helber made no reaction, so count goes to 2-1. This will be the first time through the Hawks order seeing the new pitcher, Leah Mueller, pitching. And Helber's going to sky that one into left field. The left fielder will settle under it and make the catch. That is Linhart out there in left field, I believe. Ball hit well and deep, but just a little too high. And that'll be the first out of the inning for the Hawks, bringing up the shortstop, number 16, Anna Melina Muka. Lucas also skied one out into left field in her first at bat, but Linhart had no chance at that one as it hit off the batting cage out there for a 2-run home run. Called a ball by home plate umpire. Count goes to 2-0. Muka at shortstop here in game 1. Also catches for the Hawks. Possibly be the starting catcher for game 2. She'll take that one for strike 1. Outside for ball 3. Count goes to 3-1. And that's gonna one hop hit Muka in the leg, and that'll be a hit by pitch. Either way, it was going to be a walk, but bounces, hits her in the leg for the hit by pitch. Same outcome there. Now with 1 out, brings up number 29, Alyssa Laurie. Muka on first base has 3 stolen bases on the season, and she's going to take off on the first pitch, and she'll be in standing at second base. Throw not even close in time out there. Easy stolen base for Muka. And ball bounces in the dirt. Catcher makes a good pick at it. Muka, aggressive secondary lead off second base, but with the nice pick from Binder behind the plate, stays at second base. Laurie lined out to center field in her last at bat. Also had an RBI single in her first one out in the left field. Strike, bringing the count to 3-1. Hawks hitters being very patient here with the new pitcher, Mueller. And this one's going to be skied towards the catering head here at the Hawks field, and that's going to hit off the roof, just foul. Count will go full now, 3-2. And that'll bounce in, get by the catcher. Muka is going to take third and round third hard, attempting to go home. Lori's going to, in the meantime, round first base and head to second base. And so the walk turns into a double for her. Now the Hawks have the tying run on second base, bringing up Sina von Zeppelin, number 22. Great heads-up base running there from Lori. Throw comes back to the pitcher after the wild pitch, and she's just eyeballing Muka, who takes the aggressive lead, the aggressive turn around third, and Lori just takes second base without even a look. And that pitch is misses low. Throw goes back to third over the third baseman's head, but nice job from the shortstop there, backing up that throw and making the catch, saving a run right there for the Cougars. Sina also has 2 hits on the day so far. She's got a base hit in her first at bat and RBI in the right field. Last at bat, she singled up the middle and the center. This one's going to be a soft liner up the middle, and it's going to kick through off the leg of the second baseman. Would have been a tough play all the way around. Lori holds up on second base. Muka kind of reads it pretty well off third and is able to score. So Sina gets another base hit and another RBI. Hawks have the runners on first and second now. Count that as an infield single for Sina von Zeppelin. Brings up the now third baseman, Patricia Uribe's Krembo, and she's going to lay down the bunt, and that is going to be a base hit bunt put down perfectly right out in front of home plate. First baseman came charging in, didn't really have a play anywhere on the infield, gave it a look to third, but no play to be made. And now the Cougars will have a little discussion on the mound. Perfectly placed bunt by Patricia Krempels Uribe. Now with the bases loaded, brings up number 25, Abigail Swearigan. So far she is 0 for 2 on the day, but has 2 hard hit balls, one to the second baseman and one in the line drive to the shortstop. She'll take the first pitch in there for a strike. Still just 1 out here for the Hawks, and she's going to chop this one up the middle, and again it hits off the second baseman's leg. 1 run will score. Lori crosses home for that. All runners will move up 1 base safely. And that will either go down as an error on the second baseman, almost looking like she's trying to field it and flip it at the same time. But hits off of her left leg this time. Last ball in play hit off of her right leg, and Swearigan is on first base safely. And then first pitch here to number 37. That is Jacqueline Kusterer, who takes the hit by pitch on the bounce ball in there. And another run scores for the Hawks. All right. Following that hit by pitch brings up number 18, Sarah Kuchera. She's still at first base for the Hawks here defensively. She flew out to center field in her last at bat. That was the first at bat for Custer, and the first pitch to Kuchera bounces in the dirt, gets by the catcher, and that will bring home Uribe for another run for the Hawks here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Second pitch misses inside. Big ball 2. Ball 4 taken in the dirt. Ball kicks away from the catcher. She tosses it back in. That hits Swearigan. Custer is going to come in, sliding it home. Ball's going to be thrown away again and then go into the Hawks dugout. So they're on ball 4. Sarah Kuchera is going to round the bases. Comes all the way around to third, and then the ball thrown in the dugout will allow her to score. So that is a bases clearing walk for the Hawks. And I believe that is going to bring up a pitching change here for the Cougars. So we will take a quick break and see who is coming in to pitch for the Cougars.
Wieder am Schlag.
right, back here for the new pitcher will be leading off Jonah Van Koff, number 95 for the Hawks, the right fielder. Coming in to pitch for the Cougars will be Maya Castro. Castro only has 2.2 innings pitched for the Cougars this year. And pitch misses low for ball 2. This pitch is going to sail well high off to the backstop. Van Koff is going to take off quickly to first base, round it, but she's going to be staying there. So still with just 1 out in the inning, the Hawks will turn over the lineup and bring up number 31, Eula Helber. Helber led off this inning with a fly out to left field, and that has been the only out so far this inning for the Hawks. And takes that one high. Helber takes that one for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. Van Koff did have her first stolen base of the year in the last inning. Staying on first base right now, and we have time called from the battery, Helber, who seems to have an issue with her left knee. But seems to be okay, and will continue play. This one is lined to the second baseman again, who bobbles it, and all runners will be safe. That'll be an error on the second baseman. Her last couple of attempts would have been tough plays to be made. That one would have been a little bit easier. But either the case, Hawks still have the runners on first and second now with 1 out, bringing up Ana Melina Muka again. She was hit by a pitch earlier in this inning. Also has the home run and a ground out to the pitcher. And the runners will take off on this one, and Van Koff is going to be thrown out again at third base. Twice now in 2 innings, she is thrown out at third base trying to steal that one. Helber will advance up to second base, but now the Hawks have 2 outs. This one is again going to bounce and hit Muka, and she will have her second hit by pitch in the inning, both bouncing and hitting her in the leg. Helber will have to stay at second base on that. She looked like she was getting a read to try to take third on the low pitch. And that brings up the catcher, Alyssa Laurie. She walked earlier in this inning herself. Now once again with runners on first and second for the Hawks, now with 2 outs. Pitch misses just inside. This one called strike, count goes to 1-1. And Laurie drives this one. That's going to get through the 5-6 hole in the left field. Eula is going to round third, coming home, and she will score as the ball kicks away. Muka rounds third, wisely holds up there. And Laurie will have an RBI single and then advances to second base. Now the Hawks will have runners on second and third. Throw from the left fielder was a good throw. Just bounces and kicks away from the catcher. Definitely had the chance to get the runner out at home. That was Linhart out in left field, I believe. Good throw by her, and we're going to have a little bit of a change on the base path coming in for Muka. So coming in, we have 2 new runners on the bases. That'll be Denise Reibenspies coming in for Muka on third. And that ball is driven by Sina Van Zeppelin into center field. 1 run will score. Simone will come around second. She will score as well, but the throw goes to second base. I believe the run should still count. Yep, both runs will score out at second base, trying to advance from Sina Van Zeppelin. That was Simone Ehrman coming around third. She pinch ran in at second base and does score, giving the Hawks 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
So, das heißt, die 7-Run-Rule zieht jetzt
So that will end game 1 here with the 7-run rule limit for the Hawks. So both runs do score, putting the 7-run rule into effect. So Hawks take game 1 14-6 here, and we will come back with game 2 here in 30 minutes.